Hey you guys, it's Amy Gretchen. Welcome back. So I'm in front of the camera today. I wanted to explain a little bit about what happened to days 4 and 5. So I actually have them finished and I'm gonna walk you through it in just a minute and let you know what I did. But unfortunately, I think my brain is like half working because I've been ill. I erased the footage of working on these days. So I thought that I had downloaded them onto my computer and then I wiped my card, but I hadn't downloaded them on my computer. So I was really devastated about this yesterday. I did consider for like 1 second, like, should I redo it? And then I realized, nope, I'm not gonna redo it. I can just walk everybody through it. They're not complicated. So hopefully, hopefully you guys are okay with that. I apologize. Things like that happen all the time, right? I feel like things like that happen to me all the time. So anyway, I'm gonna go to my desk now and I'm gonna show you what day 4 and 5 look like. All right, so we are moving on to day 4 and 5. One of the things that I did want to show you before I get started is you can see that I did end up changing that acetate to a star. It's got white stars on it and see-through, but I just thought that that added more than just the clear acetate. When I was taking pictures, oftentimes when I take pictures, I notice things that I haven't noticed before. Like this one where I felt like this was just really dark and it needed to have some red, so I added a heart. I'm not 100% in love with where that heart is. I kind of wanted it here, but it was covering my feet, and although I'm okay with that, it just looked a little weird. So I may end up changing it up, we'll see. I just kind of stuck it there for now. So day 4, I was inspired by a card I saw it was the cards from Ali that was called the Colorful Card Set or something like that. And the card said, and you can't see it because I cut it off, but it says on my list. So I actually ended up using the title there. And I think on the back side it said today's agenda. But I was looking through my cards and I saw that and I was like, oh, you know what? It might be really cool to just kind of jot down a to-do list. And I love the idea of the story that you can tell just by the things that are on your to-do list, right? So some of those things are to address the Christmas cards and water the Christmas tree. So those are some things, obviously, right, that you would be doing around Christmas time. But I wanted to include some things to kind of give context to what's been going on. Like I wrote down, go to bed on time. So I've kind of been staying up a little bit later, and not intentionally, but it's a reminder to me to go to bed on time because I do not do well the day after if I don't. And then another one was catch up on Survivor with Tess. So Tess and I have been watching this season of Survivor and it's been fun to do that together, but we have stuff to catch up on. So, and another one was like Finish Before We Were Yours. So just a book that I have been listening to. So along with the to-do list of things that you would do during the holiday season, it's also stuff that kind of gives context to what's been going on in my life and in our life right now. So I thought that that was really fun. So this was actually really easy to put together. This is 4.5 by 8 inches. And this lace doily, I think, is that what it's called? I used this, I did something very similar to this in my 2016 album. So I am just taking inspiration from myself, I guess. And I decided to just cut this down and put it up at the top. Then like I showed you, I just cut the title right off the top here. I was going to just print it out and I was like, I'll just cut off the top. And I made it into a little banner here so you can see that it's got a notch on the end. And then I have these really cool paper clips. So you guys, I want to show you about these because I bought these at the end of October and I just got them in the mail 2 days ago. And I was super excited that they actually came. I did not realize how long it would take, but they came. I found these on Etsy. I was looking for, I think, some Arrow paper clips and I found these and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have these for December daily. And honestly, I almost forgot about them. I mean, I didn't, but I kind of did when they came in the mail. I was like, oh my gosh, they got here. So I got it from a seller, Petite Pink Boutique, and they are in I think they're in Germany or somewhere in Europe. So it did take quite a bit of time to get it, but totally worth it for a project like this. I'm hoping to be able to use them another one, so you could, you know, I could use it for 12, 13 or 23 or whatever, or just one of these other ones. So I'm excited about that, but this would also be really good with so many projects. They did have white ones, and I bought the white ones as well. They were not expensive, and I don't even remember the shipping being expensive, but maybe that's why it took so long to get to me. So anyway, really cool. Check it out. I will, if I can find it, hopefully not sold out. If I can find it, I will link it below for you guys so you can grab those. And if you're in Europe, all the better, right? All right, so that is day 4, just really, really easy to put together. All right, so day 5 is all about loving the cold. And I know that that sounds kind of crazy. I think my mom's like, what the heck? She does not like the cold. But I wanted to tell a story about how I love the cold. So when I was younger, I was not a fan at all. But, you know, the older I got, the more I realized with the cold comes a lot of other really fun things like hot chocolate and cuddling together under a blanket and fires in the fireplace and big chunky sweaters and hats and scarves and all those kinds of things that come with winter. Of course, there's all the outside wintry type things, the skiing and sledding and all that type of stuff. So I just wanted to share a story about that. So this large photo, this is just a selfie I took of myself outside in front of the snow, and I definitely wanted it to look a little festive, right, with the hat and stuff. And actually, this is the sweater that I was just wearing, and to be honest, I think that I'm probably gonna wear this sweater every day because it is so cozy and so awesome. I just really love it. So the first thing that I did, and I did this in Photoshop, so this photo is actually 4 by 8, and I think when I printed this out, I wasn't sure how big the back was going to be, so that's why I ended up having to add some washi. But it's a 4 by 8, and then I added this digital file. This came from Paisley Press, and I believe it came from 2016 in her December Faves number 2. And I know that you can still find it if you don't already own it, but I always really loved the font, and I loved that like watercolor look, so happy that that worked out. And then I ended up actually matching the color here with the color of my sweater. That's probably hard to tell. It probably just all looks black, but it is kind of a more muted greeny gray color. And then when I was assembling it together, so I put, let me take this out. I ended up taking the washi, I put the washi tape down first before I adhered the photo down, but I will explain that in just a minute because there are a few steps to it. And then because I had this paper clip in the back, I thought, you know, why not hang something from the paper clip? So I have this Santa stamp that came from the Merry Days ephemera pack, and then also this little star. And then I added cozy. This came from the kit last year. It was one of the chipboards that says cozy, and I've already used those chipboards, you know, on the like circles on the tree on day 2. So I just tied those up and put those right on the paper clip just to, you know, have something fun there. And then I want to show you how I added my journaling for this day. So I wasn't sure what to do, and originally, like I said, I think I said this at the beginning, I thought that this was going to be the back side here. I was planning on this going to be a 3 by 8 and just putting it into a page protector, but I just felt too tight. So I made it a little bit bigger. And so I wasn't entirely sure how I was going to include the story because I was thinking this was going to be, this photo was just going to be a 3 by 4 photo. So I had to really think about how to include my journaling here and also my number. And I thought I could just do, you know, like a tag or a journaling card that was loose. But I just didn't want like one more thing. I just felt like there's all these bits and pieces already. So I just didn't want another thing right here. So I just decided to make a tag that I could slide in and out in between days 4 and 5 here. So that's what I ended up doing. So I'm just gonna take this out And I'm gonna try to explain to you guys how I did this. So this is the only real bummer about losing that footage, is just showing you how I did this. So this tag actually is a digital file from Ali Edwards. So her digital files, I think they're overlays, so they're meant to put over photos, and it's got an outline all the way around the edge, and then it's got this really pretty laurel or wreath. So if you remember, I used that same thing here on day one, right? So this was cut out with the silhouette, but this is the exact same thing. It's just not cut out and not solid. It's really, really beautiful. I think those overlays are great. I'll probably end up using more. She's got 6x8 sizes, 3x8 sizes, and 3x4 sizes, or maybe 4x6 even. So there's just a ton. And then what I ended up doing, because I didn't want the outline, I decided to erase the outline, and then I erased the numbers. So they all come with numbers, but I wanted to add a sticker. And what I am planning on doing with this is doing a red sticker. So if you can see, there's red on the washi and then red up here with the twine. And I just thought that it would be really great to add red. So I just looked at Ali's website and saw that my order should be arriving today. So hopefully next time you see me, I'll have changed this number 5 and then number 1 to the red, just because I think it will add. I really, really love this die and these numbers. So I'm happy that they're coming in a whole bunch of colors. So I think they're still available, you guys, if you want to snag those. But I've been waiting since Black Friday to get my hands on those. So I'm excited for them to come. So let me just try and explain to you how I put all this together. It wasn't complicated, it was just a couple of steps. Okay, I'm just gonna grab over some pieces that will kind of help me to be able to explain this to you guys a little bit better. So I need my base here, right? So this is gonna be the back side. So we'll make this the back side. So this will be my to-do list, right? So we're just gonna set that aside. Now I'm gonna grab over a photo, and I'm just gonna grab this photo that I have here. And I need to, what we wanna do is we need to create a pocket that is gonna be in between the back and then in between the photo, that is allowing this to pull out easily and not move around. You can see that it's not moving around back and forth, and it's stopping where I want it to stop, because I really want this wreath not to go underneath the photo. So we need to create a stopper right here underneath the photo. And then we need to create something on the top and something on the bottom that's going to keep it from moving around. So we're just gonna create a channel for our tag to go in. So I'm gonna take my photo and I'm gonna flip it over. And then I'm going to add my tag exactly where I want it to go. So the only really tricky thing here is to keep in mind, if this photo is gonna be on the left side, then you need to have your tag over on the left side. And if your photo is going to be on the right side of your album, then you're gonna need to have the tag on the right side. So really, that's probably the only thing that takes much thought when you are doing this. So I'm gonna flip this over, and I want it to pull out here. So I'm gonna have it coming out this way. And you guys can actually see I added pattern paper to the back side, and I was considering stamping or adding something here, and I just never did. So that is an option for you guys there. You could even maybe like staple something on before you adhere it down. There's a lot of different things you could do with that. So I'm going to put my tag exactly where I want it to go. And now I'm gonna take some cardstock that is the same thickness as the tag. So it doesn't have to be exact, but you know, pretty close. And I'm going to adhere some cardstock right up against this tag. Doesn't have to be like, I mean, it can be right up against. You could give a little bit of leeway if you wanted. I think I put mine right up against. Add a bunch of adhesive onto the photo. Add my pattern paper or my cardstock, and then trim it off. Do the same at the bottom. Add a bunch of adhesive. Go right up against where that tag is, and then trim it off. And then do the same thing for the back. So the back's gonna be probably 3 inches, depending on how big your tag is. Mine's 3 inches. And then add the cardstock here, or add adhesive, put the cardstock here, and then cut it off. And that way, now you've created a little pocket. So you've got cardstock at the top, on the side, and the bottom, so that it can't move up and down. Then the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna add a ton of adhesive onto the back of that photo. And then we're gonna add the to-do list, right? So we're gonna add the back side here. And now you've got your tag that can pull out. So there's a lot of different ways you can do this. I did this for day 1, I think it was day 1 last year, and I did it so it pulled out of the top, and I did create a channel because if my tag is coming, you know, if here's my tag and I've got all this long way, it could actually get lost underneath there. So it's really important to create a channel for yourself for your tag to sit in. So anyway, you guys, that is how you do it. Hopefully that made some sense, but it's actually not hard to do at all. You just need to make sure you have cardstock on the top and the bottom. So essentially, this is the to-do list, a piece of cardstock all the way around, and then the photo is on top of that. So it's kind of a sandwich of 3 pieces of paper, well, 2 pieces of paper, and then a photo. And then before I adhered the photo down, I just went ahead and ran the washi tape over, and then adhered the photo then over that. If you guys actually wanted to put this into a page protector, let's say you make this a 3x8 and you want to put it into a page protector, you totally could. Just make sure, let's just say this is the edge, just make sure to cut a slit so that you're able to pull this out. And I think that that could be a lot of fun also, to have that little interactive piece. Anyway, you guys, that is it for day 4 and 5. I'm so sorry that I lost that footage, but hopefully that walkthrough all made sense. It's actually really easy to do, but if you have any questions, just ask me in the comments section below, and hopefully you guys will give something like this a try. And I'm sure many of you have already done something very similar, so it all makes total sense. Thank you guys again for being here, and we will catch you on the next one. Bye.